NSX is fast here. He's only going to have 40 kilos. I think things are going to even out some.
Hey!
But I don't think it's going to be kind of like it
I do believe
has been in the past, where it gets to a point where the handicap just becomes entirely insurmountable to even finish mid-pack.
Right. Well, if I stick with the Lexus, I don't think I'll be getting a handicap, that's for sure. Or more handicap.
Not at this track. No, like, yeah. When Dean and I were talking about, like, this week, I'm expecting Colin to be very fast. Dean is definitely quick here. Like, that's kind of who I have my money on. And the Lexus just is not the car for this track. I think you would have done well at Spa had you been awake.
Problem is, I don't know Spa well at all.
Yeah, well,
I've run like a total of 4 laps there. And there's like a billion turns. I think because mostly I'm driving shitboxes, and nobody wants to drive a shitbox around Spa.
No, that's fair. You don't want to do like a 6-minute lap.
Right. Right.
At that point, you might as well just do the Nürburgring and call it done. Now, Spa really you need like a GT3 car or faster.
I'm gonna try the NSX again.
Sorry about that. Let me get out of the way. I'm messing with crap. Alright, I turned down my resolution because I was broadcasting in 4K, and now...
Yeah, that's not wise.
Yeah.
And now
that's
it's...
4 times the bandwidth.
Yeah, now it's reasonably... Well, this is weird to be watching it on...
Oh, your brake lights don't light up?
Guess not. Yeah, now it's streaming pretty well. Whoa! That's getting sketchy. See if that worked. Am I going the right way? Alright, well, it works. I don't know what I did, but it's now reasonably watchable. I probably need to cap my game. Can you cap the game FPS in Content Manager?
I don't know about Content Manager, but you certainly can cap it in NVIDIA if you want. You might be able to in Content Manager.
Although I am noticing some weird stutters in the game, actually, because I've got so much shit running on this one little PC. It's probably smoking hot. Alright, well, before we get too comfortable here, I should really start the other server back up so we don't get, like, too used to this. You know that?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, it won't affect you, but it affects Sauce and I.
I still have a handicap, but not nearly as big.
That's what I'm saying. It's not going to affect you because you still have it. You're practicing as you...
No, I'm driving the NSX right now.
Oh.
Oh, the Lexus has it. Oh, okay.
Whatever your car is that you are supposed to drive, it has. And I have now exit. Come on. Exit.
Is the handicap applied per car or per person?
I assign a person to a car with a handicap.
Okay, but if I drove a different car, I still don't have the handicap, correct?
But right. So this should be the new start server. Yes. Okay, this should be the new server. Join.
Sorry, I stepped away to get a drink. What's going on?
I just reset the server. Now we're back to our assigned handicaps.
Monica!
I think I could get a F29 in the NSX. Barely, but I think I can squeeze one out. I get used to the gearing. It's very different.
Yeah, I think it's a lot, but I feel like the Lexus has several things working against it. For whatever reason, it just wants to spin on the uphill, for one. And for two, like the gearing really does not match up particularly well.
Right. I mean, the gearing's bad on that in general, unless you're doing some ultra high speed track.
Which is why I feel like it would have done well at Spa.
Oh, okay.
Because, I mean, Spa, like, granted, like, you would need to know the track. Like, there are a lot of turns that are tricky. And compromise corners and, like, where you use the curve, where you don't. So, I don't know, not knowing the track may have, like, would definitely not have helped, but I feel like the car itself would have been capable there. I think kind of part of the problem is that I have God knows how many laps at Spa.
I can't change the... I can't change the output. Oh, yes I can. Output. Fast, high, encoder preset. Ultra fast, low CPU. Maybe that'll help. Oh, that helps a ton. Okay, I hope that... Does that help the broadcast? Oh, tremendously. Okay.
So when you stream to YouTube, does it save it?
Yes. Alright, I figured it out. I just had to change the encoder to ultra fast and to use my GPU and not my CPU. Yeah, this is pretty good. I'm not getting any stutter on my feed now.
But your feed, do you have a new URL every time you restart it?
Yep. Yeah, well no, I can move it around. I stopped the stream. I could have continued it, but I didn't.
Oh, I see. Live.
So this looks pretty good now from what I'm doing, what I can see on my end. I'm watching, I have a YouTube window open next to me.
I'm muting YouTube.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Going to settings. Let's do 1080p. How does it look? I gotta wait for the stream to catch up because that it's not very high quality.
It's not super high quality, but it's not stuttering.
Yeah, I mean the textures, like the track and
the track is
grass are pretty blurry, which is fine.
What am I using? Let me jump this to. I was at 720. Let me go to 1080. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's better. I mean, it's not like the game, but it's only 1080. So I'm used to 2K. So
yeah, I mean, as soon as it's just the compression. As soon as you stop, everything's crystal clear. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
But it's when you're moving, the compression can't.
Well, that's not bad. We could actually have a. I could actually live broadcast this thing, huh? That'd be kind of dangerous.
Yeah, if you're lucky, you could get a viewer.
I'll make it a viewer. I'll have my son watch it just so I feel better.
Right.
I could leave it on upstairs. No, wait, then my wife and family would hear everything I say. I don't care if the world hears me, it's just that, you don't want the wife and family to hear you.
Yeah, just leave it on mute. That's what they would do anyway.
Yeah, this thing's more balanced with the weight in it.
Yeah, so what the hell am I going to do? Do I change? I can change car. Can I change cars? Yeah, I'm nowhere near the top. I'm allowed to change.
You can do whatever you want to do. You just can't go back.
So I can grab the Bentley also if I want.
If you wanted to.
There's...
No, you could grab the Bentley, I believe.
Am I limited by 2 people having it?
I don't know. I purposely try not to run a duplicate. That's why I did not end up with the Bentley, because Sauce got it.
Gotcha.
But
no, we had a new guy this past week who was trying to run the Bentley.
he ended up with the Merc.
Well, he ended up with the Merc, but I felt like that was because he couldn't get in with the Bentley. For whatever reason.
Well, good. We'll keep it that way.
But yeah, if he is not in, as far as I know,
well, I can also.
We are allowing 2.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I can add another one. I don't, whatever.
Yeah. I like the NSX, but it's not. It doesn't respond as well to me as the Bentley does.
The NSX is also a bit more track dependent. Like, it's fast here, but it, like the really faster tracks, it gives up some power. I think it's the same for the McLaren. That, like, it's fast, and it's not like just you're written off. Like, Colin still won one of the races at Spa in the NSX, but on the really faster tracks, I do think it is giving up a bit to some other cars.
Oh shoot, I'm on mediums.
I wish I had a choice.
Yeah, the Lambo's tricky because it can overheat the rears on softs, but it will never get temp in the front on mediums. Like,
yeah, too bad you can't run a staggered.
Yeah, if you could run like softs on the front and medium on the rear, I think that car would be an absolute monster. But it's kind of...
I'm dying.
I'm watching you die. I mean, the Lambo's good, like, regardless, but the tire thing does add some complexity. So I will say, like, having...
Not as curb friendly as the other.
The other car that I thought was good, and I think it still is good, is that second Ferrari I found. The second one was definitely better than the first one.
It was okay. Like, I could not get it to work for me.
I think it was one of the
turbo lag.
Yeah, I think it was one of those cars that we just needed to make work. It needed a ton of tuning.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of the problem. Is like for me, like it didn't drive badly, but because of the turbo lag and how the turbo hit, because of the lag, you had to be have like a lot of throttle
Yep.
to like try to keep it up. But then as soon as it hit, you had to like time a release.
Hey,
So
to
it
pedal it.
didn't- Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had to be like hard on the throttle when you had no boost, and then like ease off right as boost hit, or else like
You're toast.
yeah, it would just go around, like it would just snap. And like the thing is, I've played with it for a little bit. I think I spent
Well, see,
Probably
I don't
at
know
least-
if you tried the new one or the old one.
no the new one.
Okay.
The new one. The thing is, like I was 32s here, I think.
That's not bad.
Well, when you compare to other
Oh.
cars, like I put several other cars in the like 30s. Like everybody else was easily in the 31s, and I think I was like after playing with it for like 45 minutes or so, like 32s is just what it had. I don't. Maybe it was just this track. Like other like
Could be.
higher speed tracks, it would do better. But I don't know. I just really did not like the way it drove. Like if I had, it was kind of like the 944 in that regard. That if you pedaled it just right, I'm sure it would be great. But if you don't pedal it just right, it is just annoying.
Yeah, speaking of 944s, we gotta start... I don't want a big delay between the next season. We gotta come up with something.
That car.
I want something, again, that's a little more user-friendly. I mean, I like the Airs idea. I'd love to drive those things, but they are not user-friendly cars.
Which ones?
He wanted to go the old-fashioned 50s F1 cars.
No.
No, we're trying to grow this now. We're getting some new people.
Yeah, we need to...
Like I'm fine with some sort of vintage stuff, but not that.
Go back to that one series with the Corvette and that no one actually knows the name of. Like, those are fine. We've run it before. A lot of people missed out on it. Yet they seem to like the videos of it.
I
so
had a
just run it again.
massive handicap adjustment setup thing for that series.
Well, I'm curious if any of the balance of power stuff is really needed on that one.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was.
The issue I had with that was that the higher power cars were basically impossible to pass for the lower power cars. Like
Well,
the lower power cars
yeah.
could run a similar or faster lap time, but they could not actually win. Because when it came to actually like passing like a halfway decent like defensive maneuver in a corner is all it would take, even like with handicap, just because the speed differential was so great. Like with Pro and the Porsche, like
Oh, that was hilarious. Oh, sorry, bro.
yeah, like the thing is, like he would gain like so much on a corner entry and like through a corner, and then it would just be bus lengths down the straights, and it's one of those things. Like the net lap time is the same. Like in theory, they're competitive, but in actuality, if there is like a straightaway to a finish line,
Yeah, you lose.
yeah, because you're gonna lose on the straight. And like you have to pass in a corner, and the other one's always passing on a straight, and one of those is easier than the other. That was my only kind of complaint about it, is that while the lap times were similar, like just the way they made speed was a bit too different to really end up with the
What
race
I'm
result
thinking we
where-
ought to do is a single make series. We haven't done one in a while.
I'm fine with that.
And we just pick something that has a lot of different car options. And away we
A
go.
single make. I'm lost. A single make series with a lot of different car.
Yeah, a lot of different liveries.
Oh, okay.
I thought he meant a lot of tuning options.
No. Well, it could do that too, but same car, just a whole bunch of different liveries, so people can pick a livery that they like, and they'll be different on track than just a whole bunch of, red Miatas or something.
Which one socks?
Yeah, that's
I'm loving the Lambo.
Yeah. For
We
race,
already have two people. We already have two people in Lambo, I think. Or wait, no, Colin moved to NSX, so he's out of Lambo anymore.
What's something everyone hates? The McLaren?
I'll put the Aston in if you want.
So Rodan is now in the 720 and doing better. I don't know why he was trying to make the 650S work for as long as
720 is a really fast car, but it's also a diabolical handling car.
The 650 I wouldn't think is that bad because that's a Kunos one. But
I wouldn't say it's terrible, but like the 650 has some like snappy characteristics that are just kind of inherent, and like you have to drive it a very specific way.
The 720 for me, yeah.
Anything other than that, like you're
dead.
it's hard to correct. I think it's probably the best way.
You're not just slow. You're dead.
You have to be precise.
The thing, yeah. I mean, you're not just slow in that car. You're dead. It's like, wow. I was driving the thing and I was like, wow, this is great. I'm going super fast, and like just a sudden twitch, snap, and you are off in the weeds someplace.
Yeah, I mean it was a 1990s Leonardo DiCaprio movie. Of the dead.
No, I'm facing a friggin' ambulance. 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 You know what I want to try? Back to pits. I actually set a car up. Where did I put it? I think I called it Big Mess. Is that the name of the tune?
Old strategy cotton.
Alright, let's see how this thing works.
Where is it? Generic? Yes, Big Mess. There it is. I'm going to load that one. How's that for a name for a tune?
Sounds like fun. But I'm hitting the wall.
Really? What time is it? It's only 10:45.
Well, it is, but I've been on vacation this week, so I'm tired.
Yeah, I did the same. My son was off, so I took a lot of time off so we could hang.
No, this was mostly like today I was putting together a ton of furniture and then disassembling other furniture and then moving other furniture.
You sound like you're moving.
Yeah, so the problem is like we never came up with any sort of like organizational system for having kids because we lived in the house before we had kids.
Yeah.
And so we were just kind of improvising, and it kind of got to a point where it's like shit is everywhere. Like, it's everywhere in every room. Like there's no rhyme or reason to it, and the stuff we had just wasn't functional.
I was gonna say sounds like the wife said, organize this.
Yes. Well, the thing is, my wife's starting a new job.
Oh.
And
I guess congratulations.
Yeah. No, it's a good move for her. We have yet to determine what that's going to do for my career. I might end up having to take a step backwards to kind of do more parenting stuff, but we'll see.
That's how it goes. As long as
the thing is, like, she's a high-power attorney. UVA law, like on law review, like UVA's like top 10 law school, like been working for a high-power firm, and even higher power firms like top 20 international firm recruited her to help start up a healthcare practice group because healthcare and regulatory compliance is her specialty. But yeah, they are going to pay her significantly more than she was making. And she was already the primary breadwinner, so kind of is what it is.
That's
not bad.
Nothing wrong with that, dude.
No, there definitely is nothing wrong with that. We just need to kind of figure out how we're going to do that, because she's already like, yeah, you know, I need to go to Atlanta this week, I need to go to DC, like I'll be in London in June. I'm like,
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, it was like you have